now.
Namaste, Anantaji.
Namaste, my dear.
It's so good to see you.
Thank you. Same, same.
I still take myself to be a separate body mind. So, do you have any suggestions?
Yes, yes. Stop.
It's just happening.
It's actually too much work to do that. So when I say stop, I'm just asking you not to work hard. Okay? The mind will tell you that it is too much work to not take yourself to be the body mind. Whereas I'm saying that it's actually too much work to take yourself to be the body mind. So let's experiment with it together. Right now, just don't put any effort for anything at all. Remain completely effortless. Anything that invites you to work, say later, we'll see later. Let it come and go. And tell me what you're taking yourself to be. Is it? It's that simple. It's that simple. If you fall into the idea that organically, naturally, what is here is a person, and we need to do the work to get rid of it, then that is a very strong mental idea which we cannot be free from. You see? So what is important is to recognize, is just to see that right now there is nobody that I take myself to be, unless I apply my mind, unless I as consciousness believe this to be true about me, believe my limitation to be true about me. I don't take myself to be anything. You see? What's your name? Even that takes a moment, right? Just naturally, you don't have a name, you don't have a form. Where is your body? Where is it right now? Right now, where is your body? You see, even that takes time to go and find, okay, these sensations must be my body, the rest of it is a computer, it's a desk. All of these need notions. But just organically, you are free. You see, that is the best news I have for all of you. No matter how much conditioning you have, no matter whether this is your first satsang or your thousandth satsang, this is true for all of you. But if you try to use it, you see, if you try to even apply it, then it seems to get lost. You see, because the user will be the identity that you're trying to get rid of. So it's like first putting on the mask and then saying, how do I get rid of it? Just right now, who are you? What's your name? Where are you from? Who are your parents? Where were you born? None of this is true about you. And we didn't have to do any magic, nothing. If you go for validation to the mind, obviously it is going to only cause some trouble. So this is fully apparent to us. This is fully apparent to us, but it is not understandable to us. Okay? And if we feel that we will only get it once we understand it here, then we'll keep missing it. When we try to make some meaning out of it, or we try to make a confirmation out of it, or we try to doubt it, any position that we take only seems to then confuse the whole thing. So let's start with your question again. Is it true that you still take yourself to be the body mind?
At the moment, no.
You see? But every moment is like this.
I know. But when I find myself identified, then I remind myself this is also just an appearance in me, this body mind. Is it
It's fine.
okay?
Whatever.
And then I
Yes,
let it.
yes. It's very good. Any reminder, you see, any reminder that makes you empty, conceptually empty, is good enough.
Okay. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Because the bane of the spiritual seeker is the idea of stuckness, is the idea of personhood, which seems to be inherent in your existence already. You see, and then to try and get rid of it becomes a multi lifetime problem to try and solve. But it is just not true. You see? And the mind will say, but how can it be that simple? What have I been doing all of this time? Are you saying that there is nothing more than this? You see? But that which has no insight into what is being discovered, you see, that which has no view into the self, that which cannot perceive awareness because awareness is unperceivable, will have these kind of statements saying, is that it? There has to be something more, you see. But it is not the one that can really have insight into what the truth is firstly. You see, if somebody goes and tells you, oh, the Mona Lisa, it's nothing. It's so small. It's like a stamp. You see? Then you say, have you seen it actually? No, no, I read about it somewhere. Then you keep quiet because you don't know. You see? You see? So, so in the same way, the mind will come and say, is that it? Isn't there something more? I was expecting something else. You see? But but did that one find what is being pointed to? You see, when I ask you, are you aware now? Which one makes the discovery?
Consciousness makes the discovery.
Yes, very good. Now, what problem does consciousness have with the discovery?
Nothing.
You see, only the mind will say, oh, but that's just a big empty void, or but that was nothing. Is that it? Oh, I always knew that. What's the big deal in this? You see, all of this nonsense thing will come only from the mind, which cannot fathom the greatness of the unborn, of that which is beyond all phenomena, that which is outside this universe. You see, how wonderful is it that in one question you can leave the boundary of the manifest with one question: are you aware now? It cannot be answered in the manifest, and all of you are answering truly, because the mind will also give you this saying that no, no, are you really talking about the same awareness that he's talking about? I don't feel like I have the truth of that experience, or some doubt like that. But it is not possible to not have the same experience, because awareness is the same, it is one. You see? So the recognition is super simple, and freedom in the manifest is just organically what is available to you. They are the flowers that are growing in your garden without any help from you. You see? That is freedom. But when we go searching and grasping for some other state, or we refer back to some experience and think that that is what, when I'm free, that is when we get in trouble. No? It is like saying, oh, only then God is God. The rest of the time, God is just not there. He's just taking the day off or something. It is not possible. Even when you play as a person, it is God playing as a person, because nothing else exists. So With these two questions, can you stop being? Can you stop being? The discovery of this holy beingness or God or consciousness, whatever you want to call it, is fully apparent. You see? And who is aware even of that being, or are you aware now? That which is aware even of consciousness is fully apparent. You see? The only problem is that you cannot use this in any way to help the me. You see? It can't help me in any way. It is just what it is. You cannot become enlightened using it. You cannot share satsang using it. You cannot do anything with it. It's not a tool for you to use. You see, just like a wave cannot use the ocean. If a wave sees that it is the ocean, how can it use the ocean? You see, it can't. There's nothing it can do with it. You see? So, so it is our spiritual desire that says, "Oh, but I thought my life would change this way, or it should become like that." We're looking for something else that can get in the way, if at all anything is getting in the way. If I was free, then this would not happen to me. You see, these kind of conclusions get in our way, but they don't really, because we're free. God is here. All that God can be, all that God ever is here. You see? Now, to try and add to that is just silliness. You see? So, if we say, yes, God is here, but, you see, that is our entry to the mind. That the but is how the mind is knocking and saying, may I come in, please? I have something to say about this. You see? So, let it go. You are aware of all of your perceptions. You are aware of your perceptions, isn't it? You see this hand, you hear this mouth. You see? You're aware of the hearing, you're aware of sight. It is simple. That awareness is you. What else could you be? In your looking, in your insight, what else could you be? Did somebody have to teach you that you are aware of your sight or you are aware of your hearing? Did somebody ever have to tell you that one is you, that one is you? You see? Find that. You see? What is there to find? Isn't it clear? You see? So before we take on a journey, before we decide to undertake a journey to find ourselves, let's see if it is actually lost in the first place. You see, otherwise the notion of finding ourselves is just a way of fulfilling our desires. You say, once I find myself, I will be peaceful. Once I find myself, there will be no suffering. You see, so it is just still about the phenomenal. Where did you lose yourself? And don't try to solve it for yesterday's you who was stuck in some difficult situation and frustrated. You see, don't try to project it into some future you who will say, oh, right now it's fine, but what about after satsang? I'm talking about right now. Is it not apparent to you that you are this awareness? You see? Now, the only way you'll get in trouble is if you try to understand this, which means if you try to squeeze this into your heads. without the attempt to squeeze anything into your head, tell me something. Without trying to understand anything at all, what is it? What could you want here?